This is our proving ground. By Anna von Reitz. This is the time and place we have available to decide who we are, what we value, and how we are going to live. There is only one time to do this, and that time is now. We have been called to protect ourselves and protect our families from criminals, but in order to do this, we must know, for sure, who the criminals are. The adversaries we have engaged are famous for their duplicity, mental gymnastics, verbal skills, and illusions. They are quite literally magicians and masters of deceit. We can't afford to take anything for granted or make mistakes. That's why I encourage people to not just take my word for anything, but go look things up for yourselves. Go get yourselves a legal dictionary and see for yourselves how often legal terms mean something very different from their common meanings. When I tell you where to look for things in the public and institutional records, go research it for yourselves. Read it in black and white with your own two eyes. If necessary, sit there with your legal dictionary and decode every single word of what you are reading. I did. Remember, we've already done the hard work of finding the needle. All you need to do is confirm it for yourselves. And then, you will know, for sure, for yourself, where the bear went through the buckwheat. You will be able to see through the matrix of lies we've all been living in for far too long. As Edgar Allan Poe said, believe nothing you hear, and only half that you see. Poe was born in Boston in 1809 and died in Baltimore in 1849, right in the middle of the time period and geography that housed both the birth and death processes of the American Federal Republic, our American federal subcontractor. He spoke these cautionary words because he knew or sensed the thick veil of lies and illusions associated with the times in which he lived, times remarkably like our own. When the great-great-grandsons of the men who destroyed our federal republic hope to take the plum and call it their own. Remember, always, that a large part of their evil magic is to confuse people, so as to make good men appear evil, and evil men to look good. Remember our great-uncle Clintwood, a civilian member of our Federation government, riding home to West Virginia with the Great Seals in his saddlebag, attacked by Union cavalry in civilian dress, all of them against one man and his little brother, a lad not yet 16. Most of the attackers died or were wounded in the fight. They shot Clintwood's horse. In the melee, he caught one of their loose mounts and rode hell-bent for the West Coast, where he lived on the run for the rest of his life. They stole the Great Seals and accused him of being a horse thief. A lesser man wouldn't have made it out of that ambush alive. There would have been no witnesses to rise up and warn a future generation. So listen well, for this is how the criminals always do things. They will try to do this role reversal, where the victim of a brutal overwhelming ambush is described as a horse thief, or an embezzler, or a tax evader, or a pedophile. They will also ensnare your attention and rile your emotions with stories and unofficial narratives, spinning dramatic, insider information, tales about sensational subjects, all to focus your attention away from whatever it is they are hiding. What they are hiding is inevitably their goal, and this time, what they are hiding are the plans of these rogue municipal corporations operating out of the District of Columbia, to seize our federal republic and operate it as if they were the legitimate American subcontractors. When they are not. When they can never be. Yet another British territorial substitution fraud attempt is on the way. Just as they substituted a president for the president, just as they substituted the British territorial state of New York for our American Confederation member, the state of New York. The plot's afoot again, to steal by guile what they cannot take by force of arms. Wake up, America! Your very best sons and daughters have suffered and bled for 6 generations to bring this message home to you. Be sure to visit my website, www.annavonreitz.com, for the latest updates and information.